James Trafford come back in tomorrow night. You've generally sort of rotated your goalies, haven't you? How has he responded since Donnarumma came in?
Unbelievable. Chairman Theodore training is training better than ever. So he's a fantastic keeper. And with me, all the keepers, the second keepers, always play a lot of games. So, and there will not be exception. We are so safe, so confident, and so young. He will learn with Gigio, and the future we'll see what happens.
Do you think he will be a future number one here eventually? Yes, you know.
I'm not a genius to anticipate what will happen in the future. I'm sorry to tell you. I would like to tell you, but I don't know.
Just sorry, please.
Yes.
Hi Pep, you didn't get a lot of sympathy from outside the club about having 3 very intense games in the space of 7 days, but even from former professionals. But can you explain how the physical demands of top-level football have changed over the last 10 years, even maybe since you was a player? How much more physical and how much more demanding it is?
Absolutely. The players are being taken care softly and carefully, much more. In all departments, they have a lot of people, nutritionists and physios, doctors, for both. Unbelievable in the last. I cannot tell you since I was playing because it looks like a century ago, but for many years it changed a lot. But especially the way, the more the physicality that year by year is better is the way the opponents play. Yeah, it's different. They are more aggressive in all departments, more man marking, more don't leave you spaces. The pockets are less occupied, and everybody's is making the changes for the last 1 or 2 years. Changed a lot, yeah. Because all the model, we see PSG, the Champions League, or Barcelona's or Madrid right now, for example. I saw a game against Olympique Marseille and the Celta Hussein that played in Bournemouth before go 50 meters in front, to take plays in the pockets or play even holding midfielders. Before, never happened that. So the stability with 4 in the back or 5 in the back, is few teams happen. Today is. They jump to the keepers and jam in everything, and they change evolve in that sense, and there's evolving in that sense. And I don't know if we will come back in the way it was before. So, and the teams have to adapt in a different way.
And do you think people misunderstand though that what that physical workload can do when it's every 72 hours like it was last week?
People would. What do you refer?
Outside the club maybe misunderstand the effects that physical workload.
The fans, you say, the fans, the supporters, or pundits?
Just everybody outside the club.
But they don't have to know it. The fans the spectators want to see a good show, a good games, and win your game. And the rest, I think, is, if you don't want to understand it, they can call me and I will explain tactically the reason why. But to be honest, But listen, when the football in 60s and 70s and 80s, for example, Arrigo Sacchi have been one of the by far most influential managers ever. So come with the 4-4-2 zonal marking, and the next 10, 15 years, 1,000 million teams playing that way. And after, we've had tendency, like I think the bigger master is Gasperini from Atalanta, wow. It doesn't matter how happen, man marking, physicality, and go there. And many clubs, many teams go in that way, in the long balls, second balls, and be so aggressive don't leave you time. And it's going in that way most of the teams. You see Bournemouth, you see, Brentford with Thomas Frank before, and now with Tottenham Spurs, going a lot in that way. And that's why football is so nice. Not always is the same, and you have to readapt, and you have to adapt with the players you have, with the way you're thinking, and especially in the way you want to attack, because they defend you in different way. They defend you in the last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 years ago.
Hi Pep, just going back to Calvin Phillips, you were obviously a top, defensive number 6 midfielder yourself. So why do you think it's never really quite happened for Calvin? Because I'm expecting you can see someone in that position if they're good enough for Manchester City. So you signed him. So why did it never really happen for him here?
It's a good question. Maybe because I didn't give enough minutes. I don't know. In that moment, Rodri was fit. In that moment, Rodri was, what can I say? It's like, looks like our father in that time, being protect the other 10 sons. We felt, and maybe the lack of minutes, and maybe the way we played, it was completely maybe different. Like playing in Leeds before Marcelo and the other one. Always I feel attached and understandable completely with the players what they feel, because always I believe in that level. In that level, all the players are really, really good. It's just the environments, how they connect with the way we play, especially with other mates, and the players play good when they have minutes, they have games, and I didn't give them. And when that's happened, I feel bad. But he's an incredible person, and I've been injured when 2 long games in West Ham and Ipswich, and now he's come back here. And so, as much as a player from Man City, he trained with us, and we try to help them, and maybe this is a change, and maybe they can play some games and get confident and play and help us. So, as much as a player with us, always will be with the first team training with us.
May I just ask about your team and the title? Would you laugh at me if I ask you if you think your team can challenge for the title? Is it you don't like to answer this sort of question, or you're a very competitive man? Do you think you can get up there this season?
It's the same what I said. I don't know. You asked me questions years ago, right? When after 4 or 5 games we should win the Premier League in November, in December. And I said, I don't know. So I know we are extra favorites against the machine teams than before, Liverpool or Jurgen or Arsenal or United or whatever. And after Eddie Howe with Newcastle, so I don't know. It's the same right now. I know we are 8 points difference from Liverpool. It's a lot of points, but we have 3 points difference with the second position. It's just 5 games played. So I just want to see above my team in terms of body languages, like I said many times, I love it, and after, hopefully we can step by step improve.
Pep, we're just going to check on Kusanov's injury. How bad is it?
Yeah, we'll be out next 3 games, yeah.
And you said earlier that the team are starting to recover things that define us. Can you just expand a bit on that?
Sorry?
You said earlier that the team is getting better, starting to rediscover things that define you as a team.
You have to... Always our team define really, really good. We are so aggressive in the high pressing, in our shape, in the way we do it, and regain the ball quicker. That define our team for this last decade. And when we don't have that will happen against Arsenal, because we don't put much people up front, so we struggle, we defend deeper. And after with the ball, we have to be difficult right now, because where I said in the last minutes, the teams are so much more aggressive, and they don't allow you much. When we can, we have to, play a little bit, I would say a little bit more, because we need it. We need it, because we are here to play. But it's what I'm saying. So I'm sure we will improve step by step, because in the last 2 games, we saw against United and Napoli, we saw things that I like it a lot, in many aspects, having mistakes, but that is not a question. And Arsenal, I think, because they are a good team. But we defend never before in my career, defend for a long, long time, all together, compact, in the middle and deep. Never we were able to do it, and we were able to do it. And I take this like an incredible positive thing for our future.
Hi, Pep. You said a couple of times that you've quite liked the spirit that your players have shown. The body language is maybe different than it was last season. What do you think that change is down to? Is it something you've done? Is it something the players have taken on themselves?
We talk a lot this period, and what we need to be happy in our job, to be, coming here feel comfortable at home, and whatever happens, there are guys around you that support you, that a bad pass is, the intention is always good, and being there. And that is the foundation. All the time have been like that in the teams. The foundation is the spirit, not the tactics, not these kind of things. To talk about the past, the tactics from Pep or whatever. No, the biggest issues is how we were connected as a team in the bad moments, in the good moments, and how help each other. And that is a principle for everything in life, And after we of course we have the duty and the obligation to do it better and do that. But our fans especially are not stupid, and when they see this spirit together, how we want to connect it with them and within each other, the people forgive and forget absolutely the bad moments, everything.
Hi, Pep. You're saying about the teams playing in different ways. Just going back to sort of the reaction to Sunday, there's been a lot of things written and said by experts about the way you've played this season so far. So people are talking about lower possession, more goals on the counter-attack. They've been getting sort of average position pitch maps up to say that you're dropping deeper and things like that. I was just wondering what your thoughts on the evolution of the team is and has been this season so far.
I said many times, but I would say it, joke aside, for the fact that always we won the Premier League, we were a boring team, right? So that's why you get, okay, I'm going to make a counter-attack more that season. Maybe the players in the future can talk how much I changed this season comparing the other ones. Maybe they are the most credit to talk about if really I change the approach, because they are in every meeting, they are in every game, they are in every post-meeting, have a post-game. You can ask him. I think it's completely the same. So, completely. What changes, the opponents play different way. We are not able to do it better. But I said after the game, Arsenal were better. I don't like to play in the way we play Arsenal, but there are a lot of things I love it. I love it. I didn't have in the past, and I love it. And I said in this press conference, but the way we want to play and sustaining that always I believe when I was start being a football player with Johan Cruyff and the teams make man-to-man, always said to me, when you had the goal, Pep, as a holding midfielder, look Romario, look up front. And the people, why should I be close when that guy has been marked and this guy has been marked and this guy has been marked and this guy has been marked? I had to play there. There is 1 against 1. You play 1 against 1. If you want to play 1 against 1 early, play 1 against 1 early. If you lose that duel, it will be a goal. We'll see what happens, right? So read that situations, because before we have one more players to do the process and doing that. Against Napoli, we changed the play we played against Napoli. 3 days later, we changed our way to play. Fuck, I'm really good. We changed absolutely everything in 3 days. It must be a really, really good manager. Sometimes the opponents are good and create the challenges that you cannot handle it and the other one. But no, since I retired in this club, I would love to play in the way I want to play. Sometimes we are not able. Sometimes we are not good. Sometimes the opponent is better. But for one game is bad and saying that the team is going, I want to make the transition. We defend deep. Always I said, when we defend deeper because they are better or we are shit, you can run. You can run transition, run. But it's because we are there. But in the principle, I prefer regain half of the pitch and make a lot of possessions to destruct the opponents, to try to punish them. Always have been like that, and always I will be like that. If it doesn't happen, I tell you, it doesn't happen because we were bad. We were not good. Not because we want to do that. That is, I would say, we'll try to pretend.
Last one with Simon, please.
Hi, Pep. Nico O'Reilly obviously came to you from midfield in the academy, but he's done so well at left back. Is tomorrow the sort of game where you try him further forward, or do you try and convince him to?
It depends on the injured players.
Yeah.
Ryan Nuri should be fit. He will play there, and Nico will play in the middle, or maybe don't play. I don't know. It depends of the squad. I don't want to. It was a really, really tough week in terms of physical demanding. Emotionally, we come from to the feeds and everything, and the last game has been really, really tough. And just 3 days recovery, coming back from London late, and all this kind of stuff. And today was so tired, the players. Today will be even more, and tomorrow have a game. Like, I know what does it mean to play against the Championship or League One teams. Like they are especially away. And my only concern is rest energy for the players to spend these 3 weeks for Saturday against Burnley. That is my only concern. I would not give energy, but Nico's young. And Phil is young, And it's completely different, like our grandfathers, Bernardo's, and this kind of people. So they are more older.
And for Mikasa, Mafuni, and
Yeah, they have chance.
anyone else you might want to say?
They will come for sure. And after we'll see if they play from the beginning or during the game. But some players of the academy, what happened last season against the Spurs and before against Newcastle, 2 games away. And like we played really, really good. We were out, but we played really good. But I was said before, it's an incredible competition for in the beginning for the guys who didn't play in the first games, take read and play. But when we have injuries like what happened right now, we need to spend too much energy for this competition because the priority is the Premier League and in these circumstances, the Premier League and the Champions League.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.